Hello children. Yeah. Let us start off with the English class now. Open your textbooks. Page number 32. Today we are going to look into a new lesson. The lesson is One Foggy Morning. So today we are here to look at the lesson One Foggy Morning. Now, can I know the meaning of the word foggy? Do you know, children, what is foggy? Foggy is full of fog. So, winter season in the foreign countries, you can find the small snow dropping down early in the morning. So, that drop of snow which comes early in the morning, that is called as fog. So, let us see what happened in this particular story, one fine foggy morning. There was a boy called Rishi. So, this Rishi, small boy, was so inquisitive that nobody can satisfy him, or nobody can impress him. Nobody can make him happy. So, let us see how this story goes about. Page number 33. Hello young man, what's your name? Rishi was startled by the sudden voice behind him. So, Rishi was standing, startled is surprised. So, suddenly behind Rishi there was a big voice that was asking him, hello young man, what's your name? Rishi, he blurted out as he turned around. So, he spoke without even thinking, without even a second. He said, my name is Rishi. There was no one there. So when he saw, there was nobody. The lane was empty as usual on the cold, foggy morning. So the lane where he was standing was very cold. It was very foggy. It was early in the morning. At 6:30 a.m. only birds and school kids were up. So at this foggy morning, 6:30, who used to come out? Only the birds and the people who go to school kids. A sound came from behind him as if someone was clearing his throat. So he could hear some voice. He turned around. Rishi whirled around and bumped into a thickly padded overcoat. So suddenly when he saw some person was clearing his throat, he saw a person who was padded with or covered with an overcoat. Sorry, he said and stepped back. The stranger was a comical sight, very funny sight. From the lower end of his army green overcoat peeped two brown boots. So you can see the man who is by the side in the picture. So that man wore a green color overcoat, and two brown boots peeped out, means came out. His collar was upturned and on his head with a large white floppy cricketer's cap. So how he was having a very big cricket cap on his head and his collar was up. Must be an army man, Rishi thought, out for a morning stroll. So Rishi, by seeing all the person's attire, he thought attire is a way of dressing. So he thought he may be an army man and he must have come for a morning stroll. Stroll is walk. So he must have come for a morning walk. Are you going on a hike or something? That's a big backpack to carry, the man said. So the man said, What are you carrying such a big thing on your back? Are you going anywhere? Don't be silly, Rishi said. I'm going to school. I'm waiting for the school bus. So Rishi said, what are you talking? I'm going to school. Don't make jokes like that. Ah, the man said, math and geography and all that. Do you like school? So the man said, do you like school? Only you have got maths and geography. It's okay, Rishi shied. So it's okay, fine, it's good. It's okay for me to go to school. You like maths? The stranger said. Give me a sum, a difficult one. Let's see how fast I can do it. So the stranger said, do you like maths? Okay, no problem. You give me one sum, let me see how I will solve. The man's obviously crazy, Rishi thought. Well, why not? It will help to pass the time. The fog was delaying the bus again. So, the stranger, what did he say? You give me one sum, let me solve. Then Rishi thought, array, this man is very crazy, bhai. No problem, let me give him a question because I need to pass the time. The bus is not coming because it is delayed by the fog. 9,989,762 divided by 786. Rishi rattled out the first large number. Rattled means he spoke very quickly. That came into his head. So he did not think at all. Whatever numbers came into his mind, he started speaking. That's very easy, the man said. 12,709 plus decimals. So immediately the stranger, the man, he gave the answer. That was fast. Rishi pulled out a ruler from his bag. The ruler had a solar calculator. So ruler is a scale. So he pulled it out and that scale was having a solar calculator. 9,989,762. The stranger prompted as Rishi keyed in the numbers. The answer was right. Okay? Prompted is reminding. So what? Rishi said, Shakuntala Devi can do more difficult sums and faster than a computer. So Rishi said, array, my Shakuntala Devi madam, she does more sums than faster than a computer. Who is he? Asked the man, startled. So the man did not know whether it was she or he. So he said, who's he? How long have you known him? Where is he from? Have you met him? The questions poured out. So the stranger was very much surprised. Who's that man? Do you know? Did you ever meet him? So it's she, Rishi said. Haven't you heard about her? She's been holding shows all over the world. So it is not he, it is a she. She is a woman. And doesn't you know about her? She holds many shows all over the world. I see, the man said. Can she do this? He held out a huge gloved hand and then he closed his palm. When he opened it, there was a chocolate bar in it. So, what did the man do? He held out a huge gloved hand. So, he stretched his hand and then closed his palms. When he opened it, there was a chocolate bar in it. So, Shakuntala Devi, she can do only maths. But this man was telling, okay, she can do maths. Can she do like me? No, thank you. I don't like chocolates, Rishi said as the man offered the bar to him. So, when the man wanted to give this Rishi chocolate, he said, no, thank you. I don't like chocolates. He loved chocolates, but he wasn't going to accept one from a stranger. So, Rishi loves chocolate. But why did he say no? Because he did not want to take from any stranger. The man closed his palm, turned it over and opened it once again. Nothing fell out. The chocolate had disappeared. That was a good trick. Are you a magician? Rishi asked. So, when Rishi did not wanted the chocolate, he tucked it inside and immediately the chocolate disappeared. So, Rishi asked, are you a magician? A magician? Oh no, anyone can do it where I come from, the man said. He held out his hand again, closed the palm and opened it. There was a toy car in it. He handed it to Rishi. So again he said, no, I am not a magician. Many people, all the people where I come from, where I live, everyone knows this, everyone does this. Okay, so he again closed his palm, he stretched his hand, closed his palm and opened it again. Now he got a toy car. Can I keep this? Rishi asked excitedly. So Rishi said, now can I take this? Of course, the man said. Is that why your overcoat is so filled out? Rishi asked. So he said, oh, your coat is filled with so many things, that's why you are looking so heftily. Do you hide lots of things back there? So Rishi was asking, do you hide all these things inside your coat? Hide! The man looked puzzled. Oh, I see. You think I am producing these things from my coat pockets? You are wrong. But let it be. So he said, okay, no problem. You are thinking that I am giving you all this from my coat? Not at all. I don't keep all such things in my coat. Rishi stood playing with the car. Suddenly, it slipped from its hand and fell at his feet. So, Rishi started to play with the car. So, suddenly, it fell from his hand and fell down. Wait, the man said as Rishi went to pick it up. So, when Rishi was about to take it, the man said, wait, wait, wait. The man's right arm and the sleeve of the coat lengthened. Longer and longer it grew until the fingers reached the ground. The hand closed on the car and retreated upwards. So what did the stranger do? He did not allow Rishi to bend down and take it. He was standing by his side, so he stretched his hand. The hand grew longer and longer and longer. Then it went and touched the car, and that car was brought near Rishi. There, he said. How did you do that? Rishi asked. I have never seen a trick like that before. So, Rishi was very much surprised. He said, how did you do it? I have never seen like this before. You still think I am playing tricks? Give me the car for a moment. Will you? He asked. So, the man was telling to Rishi, still are you thinking I am playing tricks? I am not a magician. I am not doing any magic. Give the car to me. Rishi handed it over. The man's arm extended again right up to the middle of the road. He put the car down. Now watch, the man said. So, standing here in the same position again, the man took the car and his long arms extended longer and longer. It went to the middle of the road. As Rishi watched, the silver grey toy made the sound of an engine starting up. Slowly it began to move forward. The car screeched as it went round a pebble. When it had travelled a few feet, it made a sharp about turn on two wheels and sped back towards Rishi. So, what did the car do? It went onto the middle of the road. Then as if it was like as if the engine has started and it started to move around on the road and then it came back to Rishi. You are a very good ventriloquist. Ventriloquist is, the meaning of it is, a person who can speak voice in very different funny ways. Okay. So here we have a performer who can speak in a way that makes it seem as if the voice is coming from somewhere else. So the person standing here, he can make some noise, but he can feel that the voice is coming from somewhere else. So that action is called as a ventriloquist. So you are a very good ventriloquist. Arey stranger, you are a very good man. You can make some different kinds of sounds. Standing over here, you can do so many things. Rishi said admiringly as he picked up the car and put it into his bag. So what did he do? He did not think that the car was making the sound. Rishi felt it was the strange man who was making the noise here and as if the car was moving on the road. Those car noises really sounded like they were coming from the car. I am not a ventriloquist, the man said and threw up his arms. So, what did the man do? It is not coming from me. The sound was coming from the car only. I am not a ventriloquist. And he took away his arm from Rishi. Rishi felt sorry for him. Yes, because he felt little bad. I should not have spoken like that. After all, the poor man was trying to entertain him and for free. So, as the bus was delayed, this stranger wanted to entertain Rishi for free by doing some tricks. Are all boys like you? The man said at last. So he said, are all the boys like this only? Meaning smart? Rishi said, oh no, I am not good at studies but I read lot of books. So he said, oh, all are not like me. I am not at all good in studies, but I read many books. The man was quiet. He seemed upset. So he felt very bad. Just then the bus arrived. It turned into the lane and stopped in front of them. So Rishi's school bus arrived. Bye, Rishi said without looking back and began to climb up the steps. Halfway up he turned. So he said bye, but he did not even turn back and wish or bid bye to the stranger. He climbed the bus and after going halfway, he turned back and he saw. "You did not tell me your name," he shouted above the noise of the bus and the kids. So, Rishi asked his name, but he did not tell. So, he reminded now, "You did not tell my name, you tell your name, Mr. Stranger." But there was no one in the lane. It was empty as it had been 6:25 a.m. when he had stepped out of his house. So, when he turned and saw, there was nobody over there. It was very, very empty. It was like morning 6:25 a.m. He opened his bag and put a hand inside. The car was still there. So, what did Rishi do? He did not see anybody. Then he opened his bag and he put the hand inside where he could find the car. So, it was not a false, it was not his dream. There was a stranger who came to entertain him for some time and he left. Okay, but the questions which were given to Rishi, he was unable to satisfy. The man, the stranger, was unable to impress Rishi. Okay, children? Hope you enjoyed this beautiful story. Yeah, very imaginative way. Right, children? Come on. Thank you.